Hello, welcome to Storytime with Miss Olu. The book I've got for you today is a very special book, amazing book, and it's one of my favorite books. The book is titled Africa is Not a Country. Yes, that's right. A lot of people think Africa is a country. Africa is not a country. Africa is a continent. So, it's written by Maggie Burns-Knight and Mark Melcove. I hope you enjoy the story. Africa is not a country. It is a vast continent made up of 53 nations. If you took the land of the United States and added it to the lands of China, Japan, and Europe, Africa will still be bigger. Yes, from the tiny island nations of Comoros, Seychelles, and Sao Tome and Principe to its largest country, Sudan. Africa is the only continent with land in all four hemispheres. Unlike any other continent, it is divided into two almost equal lengths by the equator and is nearly as wide as it's long. Think about that. If you drew a picture of Africa's landscape on a large pie and cut it into 10 equal pieces, only one piece would contain all its rainforests. 4 pieces would represent the desert. Another 4 would be mostly grass, farmland, and trees. And the final piece would hold all of the mountains and cities of this beautiful, vibrant continent where several million children wake up every morning. So, Africa is not a country. This is the map of Africa. Okay, let's see. The sun is just rising as Arim and Ephraim get up to prepare for school. They take showers, change into school uniforms, comb their hair while listening to children's program on the radio. After breakfast of sweet hot tea and bread with butter and marmalade, they put on their book bags. Their parent gently places their hands on their head and say, "May God be with you the whole day." The boy kisses their parent's hand and respond, "Yekiela," which means thank you in Tigraya, a widely spoken language in Eritrea. Before they walk out of the door with their father, who is going to his office in downtown Asmara, the boys are reminded by their mother to always respect their teachers and elders. So these are the children from a country in Africa called Eritrea. It is early morning in Palepo, a village in Cameroon. Before breakfast, Mantu spends an hour selling fresh milk from the gourd. She carries on her head. Tepe watches the dishes while Nkolo and Fola collect firewood and take several trips to the well. Believe it, some children do those chores at home in Africa. Their chores will be complete when there is enough water and firewood for the day. After a breakfast of pap is a cereal made from corn. I remember having that back home too. The children will walk to school with their friends. Classes start in a few minutes. Kip and Arangi know they won't be late because they are so quick. Every day they run several miles to school through the island of Kenya. Both Arangi and Kip want to join a running team where they get to high school. They love to run long distances when they are older. The children hope to train as marathon runners so they can compete with the fastest racers from all over the world. So these are some of the children from Kenya going to school and doing their daily chores before school. With Pula in hand, Mapule walks to a corner store to buy fresh bread for breakfast. Pula is the name of the currency in Botswana. It's also the word for rain in Setswana, a language spoken by over a million people. Since rain is often scarce, it is very important to the people who live there. Sometimes maybe are named after the different kind of rain. Mapula is a name of mother of rain. On wintry July morning, Thomas and his father wrap up blankets around their shoulders to keep warm in Drake Gasper Mountains of Lesotho. Lehola is a word for snow in Sesotho, the main language spoken in Lesotho. There are very few words for snow in Afrikaans, 1,000 other languages, because it never snows in most countries. In Lesotho, the path can be slippery, so father and son use mountain survey ponies to travel to the market and then to visit friends and relatives. Wow. So it does snows in some part of Africa. I don't know that. Mona, Basma, and Ala spill out of their homes in Cairo to walk to school on jammed sidewalks. Mona likes to leave early so that she can stop at the kiosk to buy hot, spicy beans and bread for breakfast. The students walk by early morning traffic jams, passing apartment buildings and ancient mosque. If they choose to walk down by the Nile, they will see ships from all over the world anchored in Rivers Harbor. Cairo, which means victorious in Arabic, is Egypt's capital and Africa's largest city. Cairo is Egypt's capital and Africa's largest city. Those are some of the children in Cairo, in Egypt, part of Africa. That's good. Cairo is the capital of Egypt. As the teachers talks about their country's history, Abena and Doreen remember the dance they performed at last year's Independence Day parade. On March 6, 1957, the Gold Coast declared its independence from Great Britain and changed its name to Ghana. Do you know Ghana was once called Gold Coast? It was the first West African colony to become a nation. Today, children in every African country celebrate an Independence or Nation Day. Chip, Farai, Rudo, and other children are practicing for a choir concert later today in another part of Harare. They will sing 2 songs about the seasonal rains that help the crops to grow, and other about the abundance of wildlife in Zimbabwe. Each song will be sung in English and Shona. Zimbabwe means stone enclosure in Shona, which is both the name and the language of the people who built the kingdom of Great Zimbabwe about 700 years ago. Those are the children from Ghana in the classroom. Those are the children from Zimbabwe. The mid-morning sun is already hot when Cyprian asks Justin to help him and the other children draw stories in the sand. They are making pictures about fighting in Rwanda. They show how they were trapped by men with guns and knives who destroyed their village. Tens of thousands of children live in refugee camps. Most of them are thought to be orphans. Some of the children will be reunited with their families, but for the majority, there is little hope, and they will see their parents again. That's sad. Workers in the camp toil around the clock to cook meals and take care of the children. So those are the pictures of the children in Rwanda, another country in Africa. Africa is not a country, it's a continent. Mohammed Safi and her baby sister do not stand too close to the tired camels, which had just finished a 500 miles, 805 kilometers trek from the salt mines of northern Mali to Timbuktu, founded upon an oasis. This now 100-year-old city has long been associated with mystery and wealth. The valuable slabs of shiny white salt, about 70 pounds each, will be taken off the camels and piled into taxis, which will drive the salt to boats bound for the city of Mopti on the Niger River. From Mopti, the salt will be loaded on trucks, headed to neighboring countries whose people will use it to season their food. So this is the camel that is carrying salt and every other goods from Mali, another country from Africa. On Fogo, an island within island nation of Cape Verde, Carolina and Celso works in Carolina and Celso. Maria, Carolina and Celso works in the field. They have milked the goats and weeded the plants. Carolina shoos away the crows and keeps the hungry goats out of the watermelon and squash patches. Just before lunch, the children dig up sweet potatoes. They will bring them to their father. Joseph, who has been farming with them all morning, he will roast potatoes over on an open fire and serve them with goat meat. All morning, Lydia, his wife, has been selling goods to a customer in town. She will come home in time to eat lunch with her family before returning to her shop. That's another island in Africa. Okay. Senna, Celestine, and Darren have come to the market in Cotonou, Benin's busiest city, to buy beans and tomatoes for lunch. As Senna holds her cousin's hand, she greets vendor when she says, Mofaya, Mofona, or Mofonde, or Sheji Dada, or Bonjour. She hears two little voices repeat each greeting. My greetings are in Fon, Guan, and minor language. Senna speaks Fon at home. It is similar to Guan and Mina, which Senna has learned to speak from friends and relatives. Ejidada is Yoruba, meaning good morning. Do you wake up well? Senna's grandmother is Yoruba, so she speaks the language well. The French bonjour is not heard as often as others' greeting, but Senna speaks it every day at school. Okay, guys, this is where I'm gonna stop reading today. As you all know, we still got stories from all other children from Africa, because as you know that Africa is a very large continent and it's not a country. So I can't finish this beautiful story about other children from another part of Africa today. I will finish it next time. I'll continue and finish it next time, so you will all know from the reading that different parts of people that lives in different parts of Africa. Like I said before, and like the book rightly said, Africa is not a country. Africa is a continent, a beautiful continent, where I am from. Okay, chat with you later. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.